The Eightfold Path, a guide to spiritual development in Buddhism. The Eightfold Path is the fourth of the Noble Eightfold Paths, which are guidelines to ethical and spiritual development. The Eightfold Path consists of 8 practices: right understanding, right resolve, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right meditative absorption. The Eightfold Path is not a linear progression, rather, it is a circular path in which each step leads to the next and ultimately back to the first. E-Path is not about self-improvement or self-actualization, but about liberation from suffering. It is a path of mindfulness, of living in the present moment and letting go of attachment to the past and future. The Eightfold Path is a guide to ethical and spiritual development, not a set of rules or commandments. It is a path that each individual must walk for themselves. There is no one right way to walk the path, and each person will find their own way. The path is not about self-improvement or self-actualization, but about liberation from suffering. The first step on the Eightfold Path is right understanding, also known as right view. This is the understanding that all things are impermanent and that suffering is caused by attachment. Attachment leads to craving, and craving leads to suffering. This understanding is not intellectual, it is an understanding that comes from direct experience. The second step is right resolve, also known as right intention. This is the resolve to let go of attachment and craving, and to live in a way that is consistent with right understanding. The third step is right speech, also known as right communication. This is the practice of speaking truthfully, kindly, and helpful words. It also includes the practice of listening deeply to others. The fourth step is right action, also known as right conduct. This is the practice of living in a way that causes no harm to others. It includes the practices of nonviolence, generosity, and sexual restraint. The fifth step is right livelihood, also known as right livelihood. This is the practice of earning a living in a way that does not cause harm to others. It includes the practices of honesty, fair trade, and environmental stewardship. The sixth step is right effort, also known as right diligence. This is the practice of making a sustained effort to live in a way that is consistent with right understanding and right resolve. The seventh step is right mindfulness, also known as right awareness. This is the practice of being present in the moment and observing one's thoughts, emotions, and sensations without judgment. The eighth and final step is right meditative absorption, also known as right concentration. This is the practice of focusing the mind on a single object, such as the breath, and letting go of all other thoughts. The Eightfold Path is a guide to ethical and spiritual development, not a set of rules or commandments. It is a path that each individual must walk for themselves. There is no one right way to walk the path, and each person will find their own way. The path is not about self-improvement or self-actualization, but about liberation from suffering.